Peace talks to end the war in Ukraine take another step forward today, this time in Russia. It's time for the Streamline. Everything you need to know in 10 minutes or less. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff is in Moscow today. He's meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Still uncertain the outcome of President Trump's peace proposal. Russia is set to refuse any ceasefire unless Ukraine gives up some territory. Putin claimed on Monday that Russian forces took control of 2 Ukrainian cities. This meeting comes after Witkoff and other Trump administration officials met with Ukrainian delegates on Sunday. And pressure is building on Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. The White House confirmed he authorized strikes on an alleged drug boat back in September. The first strike taking out the boat, the second reportedly targeting 2 survivors. The Washington Post reports Hegseth ordered his team to kill, quote, everybody on board. But Hegseth is calling the report fabricated. The White House says he ordered the deadly boat strike, but not the killing of survivors. House and Senate lawmakers are now launching investigations into accusations of war crimes.
This is serious business. I mean, even if it's justified, even if it's right, seriously, you're killing. And this is your response to tweet out some joke about a cartoon turtle?
The admiral who carried out the strikes is set to brief lawmakers on Hegseth's orders Thursday. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is calling for a full travel ban on certain countries. It comes just days after the shooting of 2 National Guard members in D.C. Investigators identified the suspect as Afghanistan national Ramanullah Lakhanwal. He entered the U.S. in 2021 as part of the Biden administration's efforts to resettle Afghans after the U.S. withdrew from the country. Noem did not say which countries could face this ban.
Defense attorneys for Luigi Mangione are asking the judge to toss some key evidence in his murder case. Mangione is accused of assassinating United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in New York City last year. He faces 9 state charges, including murder. His attorneys say police didn't have a warrant when they searched Mangione's backpack and found a 3D printed gun, a silencer, and a red notebook. They also say detectives didn't read Mangione his Miranda rights until 20 minutes into questioning. Prosecutors are expected to argue that the arrest and the search were lawful. Lawyers for Sean Diddy Combs are up against the clock today. In just a few hours, Netflix is set to release a docu-series on Combs that includes never-before-seen footage, with Combs apparently debating strategy with his lawyers in the days leading up to last year's arrest. Now, Combs' lawyers are demanding that Netflix pull the series. They say the footage was stolen. The series is executive produced by Combs' longtime rival Curtis 50 Cent Jackson and director Alex Stapleton. They say they got the footage legally and have the necessary rights.
In your consumer news, we are well into the holiday season. Some of you might be looking for or wanting to gift a new smartphone. And who doesn't want more battery life with that? Scripps News Group's consumer reporter John Matarese looks at how the newest iPhone is stacking up against competitors.
After hours of calling, texting, streaming, and scrolling through social media, we all want a smartphone battery that'll last. So, in the battle of the batteries, do the new iPhones live up to the hype?
Outside the Verizon store, Jay Hunter faced a familiar dilemma. Whether to squeeze another year out of his old iPhone or upgrade.
If the battery gets to the point where I hop out of the car and it doesn't even last an hour, then I'm going to replace the battery.
Well, there's a lot of talk about AI. All people want is really good battery life on their phones.
CNET's Patrick Holland and his team put the newest iPhone batteries to the test with hours of streaming, gaming, and scrolling through social media. The iPhone 17 Pro Max was the top performer, losing just 9% of battery life in a 3-hour video test.
Apple put a bigger battery in the phone, so there's a bigger gas tank.
He says even the slimmed-down iPhone Air can last all day, depending on usage.
Someone who uses their phone all the time, who's online a lot, is that going to cut it for them? Probably not.
In CNET testing, the newest iPhone batteries outlasted previous versions and lasted longer than Apple's competitors. Some Androids aren't far behind, though.
One that I particularly like is the Samsung Galaxy S25 series. And you don't even need to get the most expensive one, but the most expensive one has the biggest battery.
If the battery is the only issue with your current phone, Holland suggests a battery replacement. He says keep batteries charged longer by lowering your screen's brightness and avoid streaming with a poor cell signal. Vladim Juliants just bought an iPhone 17.
Well, I hear that the battery life is much better.
With a great deal, a new phone could be the answer to your battery issues so you don't waste your money. John Mattery's Scripps News Group.
Well, parts of the country are getting hit by a strong snowstorm today. At least 75 million people are under severe weather alerts that stretch from Chicago all the way down to Texas. There's freezing rain and ice, and it's led to more than 350 crashes in Oklahoma alone. This morning, New Jersey is declaring a state of emergency. Parts of the Northeast could get up to a foot of snow and even some freezing rain. Good luck to all of them. That's your ABC 10 News Streamline. Everything you need to know today in under 10 minutes.